So we have 21 days till Brexit, and I thought we would, instead of talking about Brexit, talk about the Speaker of the House. Current Speaker is John Bercow.
Order! Sit, order! I know what I'm doing. Order!
Who has held the seat for about 10 years. He will be soon stepping down. Vying, jockeying, attempting to take his seat are 9 candidates. You have Sir Henry Bellingham of the Conservatives, Chris Bryant of Labour, Harriet Harman, a favourite of Labour, Meg Hillier, Labour, Sir Lindsay Hoyle, Deputy Speaker, previously of Labour.
Order!
Dame Eleanor Lang, Deputy Speaker, previously a Conservative, Sir Edward Lee, Shailesh Vara of Conservatives, both including Edward Lee, and Dame Rosie Winterton, Deputy Speaker, formerly of the Labour Party. Of these candidates, only 2 actually stand out to me, and that would be Harriet Harman and Chris Bryant. Logic usually dictates the person who takes the seat is of the opposing party, so the current Speaker is a Conservative, so it is reasonable to assume the next will be a Labour. Chris Bryant is quite well known, Harriet Harman even more so, not least because she has in fact stood at the dispatch boxes and had exchanges with the likes of David Cameron. I would love to see her have the same with Theresa May, or have had it, which she didn't. And I would love to see that with Boris Johnson, of course. But Diane Abbott first, please. The 2 things that make these 2 particular candidates stand out is that Harriet Harman is a renowned, very open and vocal feminist. She does push for a lot of policies that only really support women, which actually makes her a bad candidate to be a speaker, because she has to be impartial, but chances are she'll call sexism at the first opportunity. Chris Bryant is the current chair of the Finance Select Committee, and one of the very few MPs I knew that was openly gay, but I've never heard him make any deal about it, or zero in on gay rights. That's not to say he hasn't, I am just somewhat surprised he's not as one-dimensional as any would think he would be. Another thing of interest about Chris Bryant is during the expenses scandal in 2009, he claimed over $92,000 in expenses over 5 years leading up to it. Many of it comes from flipping second homes and claiming mortgage interest expenses. Ironic, I guess, with the current occupation. Now, I bring speaker candidates up, and I focus on those 2 because they are the most interesting. Harriet Harman is a known man-hater. It's going to be very interesting if she wins to see her try and be impartial. The current crop are being put in a position where there's a bit of a debate going on. The debate is about whether or not female MPs should be allowed to breastfeed in the Commons. As many will know, MPs, female especially, did not get maternity leave in the past. They do get some now, I believe, but it's minimal. So it's understandable if they're unable to find someone to care for the child, that they instead bring the child into the Commons. Now I believe, because I think this is a sensible idea, if you are in a position where you have to bring your child into the Commons, have you ever considered using powder? Because I think it is a little inappropriate that when you're in the middle of a debate, discussion, questioning, or the room is highly charged for whatever reason, so basically anything at the present, that someone whap one of their tits out. That's not to say it should be considered inappropriate. It is, of course, a natural process. However, it is a distraction from the policies, and it would just be simpler to use a formula. I get the whole argument of being consistent. I really do, about the quality of the produce. I understand that. I really do. However, I'm just putting one of the ideas out there because, honestly, I thought, why not? MPs have actually, the candidates especially, have actually clashed over this breastfeeding question. The Deputy Speaker, Eleanor Lang, has said it is not necessary, while Conservative MP Shailesh Vara has said it should be parents' choice. I tend to agree with Eleanor. Harriet Harman tends to take the position that it should be allowed because she did it herself. She was in fact the first woman to do it. What a pioneer. I get that breastfeeding is considered a important public health issue. So I should say, while I did posit the idea of possibly just using formula instead of whipping a tit out, I do also respect that it is a woman's choice to feed her child in whatever way she chooses. Therefore, if people are unable to do their job because they're distracted by the shiny or because they've got cookies and are a bit thirsty, that is their problem, not the mother's. and the fact this has become such a focal point is quite amusing to me. With the current crop of candidates, I actually want to know from you who you think will be the next speaker. There are 9 candidates, and it'll be very interesting to see who comes out on top. I kinda would prefer Chris Bryant over Harriet Harman, but that's only because she was so insufferable when she was in government. She was a misandrist through and through, so I don't really want someone who doesn't strive to treat everyone equally as speaker.